Good evening and welcome to tonight's regional news. This evening we start off in Trinidad and Tobago. A Trinidadian-born man accused of planning an Islamic State-inspired attack at a shopping and entertainment complex near Washington, D.C. was indicted Wednesday on a terrorism-related charge 5 months after his arrest. A federal grand jury indicted Rondell Henry, 28, of Germantown, on a new charge of attempting to provide material support to a foreign terrorist organization, the Islamic State. Henry is a naturalized U.S. citizen who moved to the country from Trinidad and Tobago about 11 years ago. He was arrested on March 28 and remains detained pending trial. He initially was indicted in April and pleaded not guilty to one count of interstate transportation of a stolen vehicle. Henry allegedly stole a U-Haul van in Virginia and parked it at the National Harbor, a popular waterfront destination just outside of the nation's capital. Police arrested him the next morning after they found the van and saw Henry jumped over a security fence. He planned to carry out an attack similar to one in which a driver ran over and killed dozens of people in Nice, France in 2016, he told investigators. Investigators said they recovered a phone Henry discarded on a highway in an apparent attempt to conceal evidence, including images of the Islamic State flag, armed Islamic State fighters, and the man who carried out the 2016 Pulse nightclub massacre in Orlando, Florida. Henry initially considered an attack at Dulles International Airport on March 27, trying unsuccessfully over 2 hours to breach the security by slipping in through a checkpoint or accessing a restricted area, prosecutors said. Instead, he drove to the National Harbor later that morning, parked the truck, broke into a boat, and hid there overnight, according to prosecutors. The terrorism charge is punishable by a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. The stolen vehicle charge carries a maximum of 10 years in prison. A large scientific study into the biological basis of sexual behavior has confirmed that there is no single gay gene, but that a complex mix of genetics and environment affects whether a person has same-sex sexual partners. The research, which analyzed data on DNA and sexual experiences from almost 500,000 people, found there are thousands of genetic variants linked to same-sex sexual behavior, most with very small effects. 5 of the genetic markers were significantly associated with same-sex behaviors, the researchers said. But even these are far from being predictive of a person's sexual preferences. Andrea Ganna, a biologist at the Institute of Molecular Medicine in Finland, who co-led the research, said that the entire human genome was scanned in 5 locations that were clearly associated with whether a person reports in engaging in same-sex sexual behavior. He said these have a very small effect and combined explain considerably less than 1% of the variance in the self-reported same-sex sexual behavior. This means that non-genetic factors such as the environment, upbringing, personality, nurture are far more significant in influencing a person's choice of sexual partner, just as with most other personality, behavioral, and physical human traits, the researchers said. And finally, another story coming out of Trinidad and Tobago. An autopsy has revealed that baby Jarian Cooper most likely died as a result of suffocation. However, what caused this remains unknown. The results revealed that the child died of possible suffocation, with no determinant. As a result, inquiries are ongoing into this incident. The 10-month-old child was found dead on Tuesday morning at his St. Magdalene home. According to reports, his 28-year-old mother fed her son a bottle of milk and put him to bed around 1:30 a.m. on Tuesday. She told police she awoke around 7 a.m. and found the baby motionless. The desperate mom contacted the emergency health services, who responded and pronounced him dead. A district medical officer and crime scene investigators visited the scene. The child's body bore no marks of violence. Police were told that the child had been suffering from a cold and a cough for almost a week before he died. Investigations are still ongoing. And that has brought us to the end of tonight's regional news. Thank you for watching.